Hello everybody, welcome to Tickly Mel. My name's Sophie Ross and this is... Evie! My little baby. This episode, Evie and I are going to show you how to make a Swiss roll. Alright, Evie doesn't want to sit in the chair, so she's in the sling. The last time I tried to make Swiss roll was probably 15 years ago and it went so wrong. I've pretty much had a bit of a phobia against it ever since. But then again, it's a bit of a basic and you ought to know how to make it. So let's learn on the job together. I'm going for my Bezzy, Mary Berry, who I figured would have a bit of a classic recipe. And I was right, it's on page 507 of her complete cookbook. This is how we do it. You get a bowl and measure out 125 grams of caster sugar. Add 4 eggs to this mixture. I need 4 eggs. That's too expensive. There must be more than this provincial life. Guess what? I'm making Swiss roll, my wife. Get your trusty hand whizzer. And you want to beat it until it's really pale. When you lift the whisk out, it should leave a little trail on the top. Grab yourself another bowl and sift in 125 grams of self-raising flour. Hold that up nice and high, get lots of air in. Original bowl, metal spoon. Sift in your flour again. You don't have to do this again, but I find that it makes it really light and airy. Double sift. And then you want to fold the mixture. Take your metal spoon as big as possible. You're going to kind of do a half stir, and at the last minute you're going to flip it over like the corner of a duvet, and then take a slice through the top with the edge of the spoon. So it's fold, slice, fold, slice. So it's almost a figure of 8 sort of action, like this. Be as gentle as possible because you want to get loads of lovely air into this mixture. Stick your oven on 200 degrees fan. All the flour in. On out. Some of the flour will have sunk to the bottom, so get all around the bottom and keep folding it over on itself. When you have incorporated all of the flour, it should look lovely and smooth. Try and avoid the temptation to bash your spoon on the edge of the bowl because that will just force some of the air out and you won't have as fluffy an end product. You want to grab yourself quite a large baking tray with quite a shallow lid. Mary Berry says it's 23 by 33 centimetres, but it's about that big. Butter the baking tray into all the corners, baking paper on top, and then lightly butter the parchment paper. So it looks a little something like this. Oh, it's got a good sheen to it, hasn't it? A Martin sheen or a Charlie sheen. Very carefully pop your batter onto your tray. It's a delicate operation, everybody. You can use a cat's tongue to get the last few bits from the bottom. I've got a sad person on my back. Ready? Tilt the baking tray so the batter goes into all the corners nice and evenly. This one. It goes in the oven for 10 minutes, but keep a firm eye on it. So it's 10 minutes in the oven starting from now. Whee! Just quickly while we're waiting, grab yourself some more greaseproof paper, the same size as your Swiss roll. Lay it flat on your surface and do a really good old-fashioned sprinkling of sugar. Get all the big bits and mush them in. It's like one of those stress relief sand drawing things, you know? You know the things I'm talking about? No? Is there no such thing? Have I just made something up? Tap, tap, tap. Paper! It's looking good. A little bit overdone in this corner here, but we can cut that off. Really quickly invert this and stick it on that sugar that you've just made there. 3, 2, 1. And ever so gently just peel this paper away. Okay, success. grab a sharp knife and just trim off all of your edges. This is a perk because you can eat them. Now, while it's still hot out the oven, or at least warm, I'm going to make a tiny little perforation about an inch in to the shortest edge, which is closest to you. Okay? That is to help you get started with folding it into your Swiss roll shape. And then you've just got to go for it. Use your grease proof if you want. I've done it. Stick something like a tea towel on top to make it hold its shape. And that's just got to sit there for about 2 or 3 minutes, just training it into that nice shape. Okay? Once your 2 minutes is up, unroll your Swiss roll very gently. Get yourself your favourite jam. Some of my friends made me cranberry apple and orange jam. I'm going to use this one. If you stir it up, it will be nice and spreadable all over with a nice even distribution. And again, roll up your Swiss roll carefully, carefully. Oh my goodness, this looks good. And then wrap it really tightly in your baking parchment and leave it alone until it's totally, totally cool. Okay, I'm back downstairs after a particularly tantrumy bath and bedtime. Anyway, no, we're fine. We're fine. Let's just carry on. Carry on. Where were we? We're fine. All you need to do now is just lovely presentation type things. Get yourself a lovely serving plate, pop it daintily in the middle. If you want to dust it with icing sugar, you can. That looks really lovely. I just like it with a nice fresh cup of tea. Here is my lovely cross section. I think I've got a nice tight spiral, but there's a little tear there. Mary Berry would not be impressed. Yeah, it looks yummy. Feels yummy, feels squishy. And tastes superb. I feel proud of myself. I'd say this could have done with maybe 1 minute less in the oven, or it could do with some whipped cream. But it's definitely perfect with my cup of tea. I'm quite proud of that. Impressive. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Tickly Mouth. Evie wants more cake. Can you wave to the camera and say bye bye? Don't forget to subscribe, comment, request and share with all your friends. We love hearing all your comments and things, so keep them coming. See you next week. Okay, bye.
More fish.
Can I have a kiss?
More fish.
Can I have a kiss?
More fish. More.
Can I have one more piece?
Yeah.